scene while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out, might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the errands need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Check, 42's the mic. Check, 42's the mic. 11. 42's the mic, 42's the mic.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And this one complete to Smith. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Mike by two.
Don't get nervous.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Tackle made there by Trayvon Howard.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking to throw on second down. Darnold. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
You ain't doing nothing. Hey, let's go.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And Adams has it, complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Darnold on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Faking the give, Darnold. He lost the football. Now Brown, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Off of play action, Darnold. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now it's Darnold. It's caught here by Adams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. And now the '49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Hey, over.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Was hoping to make a play there in the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Team 6. Mike 42, Mike 42.
All day, just like that, just like that.
Shift, watch the shift. Check, hot route, hot.
On second and 15 now, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They will run with Grant. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's back.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He's going to fire. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Darnold. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
That was their third sack of the ball game. Second in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon.
Mike 52. Mike 52. I'm coming.
Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, he sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Going up top. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 97 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, dude.
Darnold now to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a pass hauled in downfield and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
And the Packer first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. He's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Here's Darnold. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
Darnold from the gun. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Check, lady. Red 80. Red 80.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the buses.
Throwing again is Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
All day, every day, any day. Lock.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Man open, it's Goodwin. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Play action. Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the week. Now Garoppolo lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Check curls. 13. Hey, wahoo! Go, Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone stuff.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Gold is able to put it through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on second and long. Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Mike 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On play action. Now Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bauer. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Exit. Here we go. Hey, gun. Mike 50. White. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Does the big boy have the juice? 20, 10, 5, and they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. In for the score. And the Packers get a score closer. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Garoppolo now. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Garoppolo now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A quick throw complete to Chark. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
218, jump. Hey, gun. 21. Go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's got Smith here. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Garoppolo to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This is Grant. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
On 4th down, Darnold. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Ready?
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll run on first down. McKinley. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
I got him.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Well, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
I hear the remotes clicking off right now. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Garoppolo looks to throw. Open man right side is Shark. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Take it at the 37. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, there in the 4th quarter. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Bravo! 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Alrighty.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He's got the tight end, Sternberger. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A 1st down throw, Darnold. And that's complete to Adams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st. Off of play action, Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, man, watch the boot.
They'll keep it on the ground. McKinley, he'll have a 1st down past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Here we go. Well, here we go. Greystone, Travis. Six. Lucky.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Niners, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.